Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's live stream, Evolution of English. Okay, let me get my co-host to join us. There we go.
Hello,
I
everybody.
told you hadn't gone very far.
Yes.
What's the best configuration? Oh, we want this one, don't we? Okay, so welcome everyone. We already have some people in the comments. Hello, Emma. Hello, Alan. And we have a backstage guest, Alan, who's one of the regulars. Oh dear, Alan has disappeared. Alan, please come back backstage. If you want to come on anytime, Alan, just come on and we'll invite you to come on and say hello. Hello, Emma.
Hello.
Do I remember Emma? Emma, can you introduce yourself in the chats? Trying to remember if I remember you from Hello Talk. Okay, so evolution of English, today's stream. What does that mean, co-host?
Evolution of English means kind of the story of what happened to English, how it changed.
Yeah, evolution means change. By the way, unfortunately, Vivara has not been with us for a little while, so it's nice to have you back. Co-host VT, I should call you, sorry. Are we allowed to say what happened? Or we just say that you've been on a break? Just had a quick break. Okay, we don't.
We can.
Be difficult to say, but she hasn't been able to join us, and so it's great. In nearly a month you haven't been, so you're back as my favorite co-host, Emma B from Saudi Arabia. Yeah, if anyone wants to come on, come backstage. Alan, I see, is waiting backstage. We'll get him on in a tiny bit. Okay, so let's get to my classroom. Where has my classroom gone? I've forgotten how to do this. There we go. Evolution of English. Okay, shall we say hello to Alan? It's a bit rude to keep him waiting. Alan, are you ready to come on stage? Do we have a chat? Where is my private chat gone? Can never remember how to use this. Can you see the private chat, co-host? There it is. Yeah, I just forget where everything is. I wait to see what's going on. Yeah. You ready to come on, Alan? Okay, let's get Alan on. Hello, Alan. Good afternoon from England. Good morning, I think, in Brazil. How are you today?
Yeah, good morning. 3 hours behind you.
Only 3. Okay, some areas in Brazil are a long way, but you're just 3. So not too early. 11:07?
Yes, 11.
Okay, yes, late morning. How have you been? Your teaching training is going well?
Yes, training is going on. Actually, I'm also trying to start reading something in French while I still help my friends in English. And they also, I don't know too much about French, but I help French speakers to read tests in English.
You're studying French at the moment?
Yes.
Oh, okay. How do you find that? Easier than English, I guess? Harder, the same?
I think that is on the same page.
Same level? Okay.
Yes, because French, I can understand some words because it's also, it's very like Portuguese and Spanish.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
in English, it is a language that we can find in every place. So it's easier.
Yeah. See what you mean, yeah. Yeah, we're going to talk a bit about French today, actually. It comes into today's topic. Do you know anything about this topic, Alan, the evolution of English?
Yes, I know.
Oh, really?
Not too much, but I know that English, if they consider about the old English, the influence of French language into English in the history, in the kingdom, and also about the difference, because in some places we can read them. The American English that is spoken today is already spoken in UK many years ago, but they changed the pronunciation. I don't know why, but
Yeah, it's
it is what
interesting.
it is.
Yeah, you learnt this school, some of the history of English stuff?
History English stuff,
Yeah.
mainly on YouTube.
It's interesting what you say, yeah, because funny, we think American English being very modern, but in some ways it's quite old-fashioned, quite conservative, and it keeps some of these old stuff from British English, which we kind of lost a long time ago. VT co-host, where are you? Are you back? Can you come back?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, yeah. Can you tell everyone who these 5 people are on the front page?
Well, I think I can.
Who are they?
So, first is King Arthur. I don't know who goes after him, but then I think goes Will Shakespeare, then Charles Dickens, and then Queen Elizabeth.
Yeah, good. These are all people from different periods in history. Number 2 is Geoffrey Chaucer, from the Middle English period. Okay, let's turn the page, see what happens with all of this stuff. Okay, yes. Can you read the first page for us, Alan, about the beginning of English?
Okay. Once upon a time, there was no English. There was not even England. So where did it all begin? Where did it all come from? Let's go back.
Yeah, good. So, Alan, I think you know some stuff about it. When did people start speaking English, Alan? Do you know?
I think in the south of England today.
The South. That's a good question. I have to admit, I'm not an expert on this subject. I think you're right mostly, but I mean, the question's not where, but when.
When? Oh my
Yeah.
God, the year. I don't know. Maybe 1850 something.
18?
18. Yeah, yes. 1850 something.
You mean like only 200 years ago?
200. Oh no.
Oh,
Because
you mean like 1300 years ago, something like that?
30. No, 30 is too early. I think that it is about 500 years ago.
500. Okay, not bad. VT, you've got your hand up. When do you think people started speaking English?
The history of the English language begins in the 5th century.
Yeah, so ages 1500 years ago.
Yes.
Yeah, Vavara, you did a bit of research, didn't you? Yes, so that was very clever of you. A long time ago. Not as old as Chinese. Most Chinese students tell me, but it's still old. Next page. Where has my page gone? Where did the English language come from, Alan? Do you know?
French, northern European countries, because there is a lot of journey of seas to go to the UK island today. And probably in the north of England, in the city like York.
Yes, so you've mentioned some good countries there. Yeah, France, Germany, yes. And did you say the north of Europe? Did you mention Scandinavia?
Yeah, Scandinavia, like
That's the most northern
Norway, Sweden, Finland, because they were Vikings and they like fighting, reigns, kingdoms.
Yeah, they like lots of bad things, bad, very naughty people. So all of those people, Alan, correct, are involved in the story of English. We'll talk about them soon. Why did English change in 1066? VT, do you want to tell us? We talked about this.
In 1066, the Normans conquered England under William the Conqueror. As they spoke French, it became the language of government and official documents. Gradually, French was mixed with Old English, causing changes in the language.
Yes. So that's when the French came to England. Have you heard of the Normans, Alan?
No. No, I know the French language. It is a way part of English vocabulary, but I didn't say that.
Yeah, you're right. It's a weird thing, actually, because the Normans are very strange people because they're like half French, half Viking. What a weird combination, because the Vikings went to the north of France, so they're a weird combination. And these people came and conquered England, sorry, and they completely changed the language. But we'll talk about all of that very soon. Let's try and turn the page. Where am I? Completely forgotten how to control my classroom. Here we are. Okay, so all of these people are involved in the evolution of English. We really talk about them: William the Conqueror, the Anglo-Saxons, Attila the Hun, the Vikings, Joseph Caxton, and the Romans. So we've got a little map here. Yeah, can you read this page, Alan?
Mhm. Old English. A long time ago, the islands where England is now were wild and full of people who spoke in languages that were completely different to English. They were the Celtic people, and they spoke Celtic languages.
Yeah, good. Yeah, we the pronunciation is Celtic. It's strange because there's a football team called Celtic, but the language is a Celtic. Yeah.
Celtic.
And now you can still find the Celtic languages, but they have moved up to the north and the west of the islands and Ireland, and they are still spoken a little bit. Okay, next page. Then the Romans came and left, and there were some people over in Europe who are looking for a new place to live. So let's go to our map. Let's get all our people ready.
Mm.
Okay, so yeah, the Romans came to. There was no England, but they came to these islands, about 2,000 years ago. But then the Romans left because they had a problem. What was the problem, Vavara? Do you remember?
Mm.
Well, some people scared the people and made problems.
Yeah, this is the empire back here in Italy, and there were problems from the barbarians. I think Attila the Hun was a barbarian, but he was causing problems. So the barbarians coming here, so they had to go back to Italy and Rome to sort out the problems. Then there were some people over here who wanted a new place to live. Also, the barbarians were annoying them, so these people moved over. Do you know who these people are, Alan?
I don't know.
Vavara, do you remember who they are?
Bavaria. Bavaria is German. They are German.
Yeah, they're kind of, yeah. When I say Vavara is the co-host. That's her name. She was going to tell us. They were not. Yeah, but they're kind of barbarians. Who are they? Co-host. The Anglo.
Oh yes, the
Anglo-Saxons. Yeah. When people talk about English people these days, the origins, they often talk about the Anglo-Saxons. So they came over. They actually were lots of different people from the north of Europe, mostly modern Germany and Netherlands, and they had different languages. They mixed up their languages. Okay, and let's see what happened next. So these new people came from different areas in the north of Europe. We usually call them the Anglo-Saxons. They mixed their languages up a bit and made a new language, which became English. And soon the country became known as England. Okay, so we actually have a name now for the first time. So that's when England was invented. Do you know how old England is, Alan?
How old English is?
Yeah, can you guess how old England is, the country?
The country. I don't know.
It's about 1,000 years old, 1,100 years old. They had all these people here for a long time, but they were just lots of different regions. And then they joined together about 1,100 years ago and made England. Okay, so now we've got English language. Let's have a look at the first English language. And this is a bit weird. Okay, co-host, what are these weird things?
What weird? I see the page where it says evolution of English, Old English, and the text.
Yeah, what do we call these weird symbols? Do you remember?
Wait. I don't see any symbols. I see the page where it says these new people came from different areas.
Okay, sorry, something's gone wrong. Something's gone wrong.
Oh,
Sorry, let's
yes,
try
I
again. Try again.
see it now.
Try again, 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 and now.
Yes, yes, I see. This is Old English.
Yes, so it's before the Roman alphabet, the ABC. They had these symbols. They're called runes. Okay. And we had these until I don't know the exact dates. I think about maybe the 9th century they started changing to the new alphabet we see today. But it wasn't exactly the same. Okay, still some weird stuff. And there we go. This is English from about 1,000 years ago. And as we can see, there's some weird symbols. I don't even know exactly how to read all of those symbols. Alan, do you think you could read this weird looking English from 1,000 years ago?
No.
I mean, some of them are modern letters, aren't there? But there are some weird ones that looks like a weird P. I think I know one of them. I think one of them is a th sound. Okay, I'm not even going to try and pronounce it. But luckily, I made a special video where I stole someone from the internet speaking in this weird old English language. So we can have a quick look at him. If I get my video ready. Oh, whoops. Let's go back to the beginning. And this is actually a very famous poem called Beowulf. It's nearly 1,500 years old, and it's written in Old English. Let's see what Old English sounds like. Sorry, that was my...
denna in hjartahum. Feid kuninga thrym jofrunon, utha edelingast ellen fremedun.
Okay, that is the sound of Old English. Vivara, did you understand any of that without the translation?
Well, you were right that there was a th sound.
Yeah, one of them is a th sound, isn't it? But did you understand any of what he said?
No.
Only it's not really like English, is it?
And not Russian too.
It's not really the same language. Okay, it was a weird sound. What, Alan, have you heard anything like that, the proper Old English before?
No.
No, it's weird. I don't even know what it sounds like. It sounds maybe a bit like German. There's actually a language in the Netherlands called Frisian, they say, which still sounds similar to this. But your average English person cannot understand any of this. Anyway, it's a very famous poem, Beowulf. I read this in translation, and it's a kind of epic poem about warriors who were from the ancestors of the English in Scandinavia, just fighting lots of monsters and blood and guts and stuff like that. Okay, so that is our first experience of Old English. Okay, let's get back to my classroom.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and next section. Okay, yeah, so this is the translation of what they said. Okay. Can you read the translation, co-host Vivara?
I don't see any translation.
Oh dear, you're having some problems. Your transmission's a bit slower than mine. And now?
No. Oh, yes, I see.
Yeah. So this is the translation. I won't even try and read the Old English. What is the modern English translation?
I need to read it, yes.
Yes, please, yeah.
Now, we spare Danes in ages gone, days of the clan king's new glory, how those princes
Did
I'm not really sure how to read.
Did mighty deeds. Sorry, even if the English is quite difficult. So spear, there's a kind of warriors from Denmark. Okay, clan kings. That's just like sort of gang. A clan is like a gang kings, and they did mighty powerful deeds. Okay, so very famous poem. That's Old English. So let's see what happens next in the story. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the Vikings. Alan, do you know how the Vikings changed the English language?
I'm not sure. Yes, they influenced a lot, and especially in the accent. from the England, from the north of the England. They have a lot of influence.
Yeah, I think so. I think that was their favorite part of England to invade, the north. And my ancestors actually come from the Vikings in the north of England. Let's see what they did. I think there's a popular Netflix TV series at the moment called Vikings, and it tells you about all of the horrible things they did. So, which words are from the Vikings? Can you guess, VT? Can you give me a Viking word from these English words?
I don't see the page.
Oh, you're still having a transmission problem. Let me try again. And now?
Yes, I see.
Which ones do you think might be Viking?
Maybe knife.
You think so? You think they might have brought us knives? Okay, Alan, which of these words do you think might be Viking words?
Let me check. Probably sky.
Sky, interesting guess. Why do you think sky might be a Viking word?
Because of the key of the K.
You think that's a Viking sound, the K?
Sky, skill.
Okay, that's interesting. You learned this somewhere. Okay, VT, one more guess.
Maybe window.
Window. Why do you think window? Do you think they didn't have windows before the Vikings?
No.
Maybe they didn't. Let's find out. Computer. Sorry?
It's kind of sound. Maybe the W sound.
Yeah, let's have a look. Okay, can you see the new page?
Yes.
You can. Okay, were you right with your Viking words?
Window, yes.
Alan and VT, you both guessed all of the Viking words.
Oh.
Of skill. Yes, well done. Okay, what comes next in the story? Okay, who is this? Alan, do you remember who this man is?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just going back just in case. So, Vivara, can you see this man, William the Conqueror?
Yes.
Okay, can you remind us who was William the Conqueror?
He was. He came to England, then Attila the Hun terrorized people.
Well, Attila the Hun was a long time before. He came about 1,000 years ago, 1066 to be precise. He conquered England, okay, and he brought his strange Viking French, Norman French, okay. So let's see what they did to the English language. Can you guess the French words, Alan? Can you give me a French word into English?
Yes, French word is easier. I don't know how to say that word. Parliament.
Yeah, good. Your pronunciation sounds more French than English. Parliament, yes. Vivara, can you give us a word you think might be a French word into English?
Well, soldier.
Okay, good guess. You think that sounds French, do you? Soldier.
Yes.
Okay, maybe. Alan, another French word? Alan first, Vivara. Yeah.
Sorry.
Beef.
Beef, yes, the cow meat. Okay, and Vivara, I think there's one more.
Judge.
Judge, you think that sounds French, does it?
Well, kind of.
Let's see. Okay, were you correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Very clever students, 100%. I didn't think you'd get 100%. You just had a feeling about which words were Viking and which words were French. Okay, good. Okay, so here we have our first. With this was a big change. Okay, so the French came into English. I think Alan said earlier. Now English is like 30 or more than 30% French. It's because of William the Conqueror. So after a few hundred years, the old English had completely changed, and we call this Middle English. It's a weird kind of combination of English and French. And here we have our first part. And it's called the Canterbury Tales. Vivara, have you heard of this poem, the Canterbury Tales?
Yes, I have a book retold.
Oh, is yours in modern English or Middle English?
Modern, of course.
Okay, so this is the first time that the English kind of looks like English, but it also looks very weird. Okay, Alan, do you want to read the beginning of the Canterbury Tales in Middle English? Or try. You can probably read this now.
Okay, let's see. Waha, the April with his social suit saw the growth of March had pursued to the hood and bathed every vein in sweet liquor of which virtue engendered is the flower.
Yeah, not bad. Do you think you can guess what any of those words mean? Because it's very similar to modern English.
Yes. Uh, uh, flower, the last word. Flower,
Yeah, good. We think that's flower, isn't it? Yeah. Any other words
flower,
you can guess?
another one.
Any other
Uh,
words you think you can translate into modern English?
yes. Flower, liquor, root. Let me see. Vertu probably is green. I know it because I'm learning
Oh,
French.
vert from French. Yeah, I think it's actually more similar to the English word virtue, which also comes from French, I think. Do you know the word virtue? He's a man
But
of
I
great
think
virtue.
virtue, yes,
It just means
virtude.
a good thing. One of the virtues of learning English, one of the good things is, yeah. So I see your hand out there, VT. What do you want to say?
I think liquor means
Means what?
maybe kind of maybe nectar and
Yeah, good guess. I'll just talk about that first. It's actually usually translated into liquid, okay? But you can see it does sound like we still have an English word, liquor, which is like alcoholic drink, or liqueur, which is a nice alcoholic
Yes.
drink. So I've actually done a video with a translation. There's actually loads of different translations. I did my own translation. With my own translation, I tried to keep the feel of the poetry, but other people do different translations. Let's get up my one. So there is the Old English. Whoops, we'll just finish that. Oh, no, here it is, sorry. And going on to Chaucer from the Old English.
One that April with his short and shorter, the drought of March hath passed to the road, and bathed every vine in sweet liquor, of which virtue engendered is the flower.
Good. So that was my translation. So you see, weird pronunciation. I can kind of do this, but it won't be 100% right. When April with its shores, I can't even remember the original, sweeter, the drought of March has passed to the rota. So you can see that it's quite similar to the modern one, isn't it? When April with its showers
Exactly.
sweet, the drought of March has pierced to the root. Do you know all of those modern English words, VT? You know shower and drought and pierce?
well, kind of, yes.
Shower just means here, it means rain. Drought. Alan, what does drought mean? Did you know drought?
Maybe kind of means rain.
It means the opposite of rain. Drought means when there's no rain and
Yeah.
things can't grow. So it says this is a poem about spring and rebirth. So April with its sweet showers ends the drought of March, okay, and bathes all of the flowers with sweet liquid and makes flowers. So there we go. So that is Middle English. If you came to my country, like, what is this, 600 years ago, this is how we'd speak. So it sounds very, very weird, but you could probably understand some stuff. Maybe you could buy a beer. Maybe you could buy a food in a restaurant and kind of understand what people were saying. And that's all William the Conqueror changing English to this weird half English, half French stuff that it is now. But the story continues. Okay, let's how do I get rid of this? Remove back to my classroom. What happens next, Vivara? Do you know?
No.
I can't actually remember. Let's turn the page. Yeah, so this is the translation. We kind of said it before. When April, with its sweet-smelling showers, has pierced the drought of March to the root, and bathed every vein in such liquid by which power the flower is created. Okay, so now we're moving on to modern English, and we're traveling forward in time 200 years to Mr. William Shakespeare. Okay, Alan, do you know anything about Shakespeare?
Yes, I know. One of the famous English writer.
Yeah, good. Did you study any of his stuff at school or on your own or anything like that?
I think that once in our English class, the teacher showed us some stuff about William Shakespeare. What a difficult name.
Study any plays or poems, or you just talked about him quickly?
Poems.
Yeah, his sonnets are very famous. You got your hand out, VT. What do you want to tell us?
I don't remember where. Well, it's kind of I already heard of this to be or not to be, from William Shakespeare.
Yeah, this is actually called a soliloquy. Soliloquy is when you talk to yourself. This is maybe one of the most famous parts of Shakespeare. It's from the play Hamlet. Do you know anything about the play Hamlet?
Well, yes, I read it.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I haven't read it, to be honest. I've kind of seen the film. It's about a Danish prince. That means a prince from Denmark. He has a problem. I'm trying to remember the story. I think someone kills his father, don't they? And the story is about him trying to get his revenge. And this little part is very famous. You actually see in the film, he holds a skull. That's like the head bone, and it's his dead friend. And he's thinking about his dead friend, and he's thinking about life. Okay. Alan, can you read this as Alan's? Are you able to read this for us, Alan?
Yeah, let me try. Let's see. Hamlet, William Shakespeare, 1601.
1601, we usually say like that, yeah.
Oh, 1601.
01, usually it's normal pronunciation.
1601. Thank you. To be or not to be? That is the question. Whether this nobler in the mind to suffer the siblings and our world is outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles, and by opposing and then to die, to sleep.
Yeah, good. Do you know what he's talking about?
Yes, is the existence.
Exactly. To be, like to live, or not to be, not to live. Which one is the best? So the difficult word is sling. Do you know what sling is, Varvara? You see what I've got? It's an old weapon. Yeah. You put in this, and then you throw, and you throw it like that. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So it's this is actually completely modern English. All of these words are words we use now.
Yes.
So he's just saying, is it nobler? Is it better? Is it braver to suffer the slings and arrows? That's like the difficult damage, the weapons of fortune, of fate. Think terrible things that can happen to you in life. Or is it better to take arms to fight against difficult things, to die? What do you think, Alan? Is it better to live or to die?
I prefer to live, no matter how, but I don't want to die.
Yeah, I think usually when people are feeling in a nice mood, this is the nicer choice. But I think he's not in a good mood. It's Hamlet in this part of the play. I think his best friend has just died, I think. Sorry, I'm not really an expert on Shakespeare. But so this looks normal. But what did it sound like? Do you know what people sounded like 400 years ago, Vivara? Did they sound like me with my Queen's English, kind of, or not?
Well, I'm not sure.
They sounded a bit weird. Whoops. And I made this on my computer. This is Will Shakespeare reading it in his strange 17th century English accent. What does he sound like?
To be or not to be, that is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the main to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles and by opposing end them. Today, to sleep.
There we go. Did you understand him, Vivara?
Yes.
It's kind of the same. It's just a weird pronunciation. Did you think his accent was weird, Alan? You thought something different about it?
Yes, I get the word die. He said like today.
Yeah, some of the vowel sounds change. Actually, if you go to some places in England today in the countryside, they still have strange accents like this. But in London, mostly we have the kind of famous English British accent that you know today. Well, if we're English teachers, at least. Okay, so let's get rid of Shakespeare. How do I get rid of him? And what happens next? I can't even remember what happens next.
Okay.
Let's have a look. Sorry?
I don't know what happens next too.
Yeah, so now we move on to modern English. So the Shakespeare is really modern English, but sometimes it's called early modern English. A lot of weird things which we don't have now. Do you know any old things from Shakespeare, Alan, which has changed from to today? Any old parts of English which we don't have anymore? Oh dear, Alan had to go. Alan, sorry. Yeah, do you know any? Have you ever looked at Shakespeare or any early modern English? Have you seen any of the weird things which have changed?
In some places like Bristol, I think that their English they speak, it's like their American English, which things for me it's not like proper British, but it's British. The West England.
Yeah, West Country. Yeah, you're correct. A Bristol accent today will sound more similar to a William Shakespeare accent, I think, than the standard, like a London-style Queen's English. Yeah, just in terms of vocabulary, some important change. They used to say thee and thou, and we don't say that anymore. Does anyone know what this means, thee and thou? No? What is the new word for thee and thou? How are thee? How are thee? It means you. So William Shakespeare, he didn't say you, he said thee and thou. I think thee is like familiar and thou is formal, I think. But this is not my specialty. So basically it's the same language, which is a few differences. And the main thing, though, is the pronunciation. Though if you went back, you'd find this pronunciation is weird. Okay, so we move on now. We go forward another 200 years, and this should be completely modern English. Well, that's what the experts say. Okay, so this is our next extract. VT, what is this piece of writing?
Charge of Light Branch.
Charge of the Light Brigade. Okay, do you know anything about this and the writer, Lord Tennyson?
Yes, I heard about Lord Tennyson. Can I read this?
Yeah, can you tell me what this poem is about? You know anything about it? No?
Well, maybe it means something about soldiers.
Yeah, it's about a war. In the 1850s, there was a war actually between Britain and Russia called the Crimean War. And this is a poem about a battle in that war. Just the vocabulary. Do you know what a league is?
Yes.
Most people don't know what a league is today. What is a league?
A league is a group of people.
You're not here. Here, a league is a measurement of distance, which is not used anymore. And
Oh.
I don't actually know what it is, so I'm not being very
I
helpful.
was
Is it a
thinking
few meters? I know you're thinking like a football league or something. So it's a measurement of distance.
of the Red-Headed League from
Oh
Shelby.
yeah. That's the thing about English. It's got many words have many different meanings. Okay, so can you read this for us, VT?
Half a league, half a league, half a league onwards, on in the valley of death over 600.
Yeah, so it's about these soldiers, and it's a very dangerous battle. Nearly everyone died, so it calls it the Valley of Death. This is completely modern English. This might feel like a strange choice, but I chose this one because we actually have a recording of the man's voice when he is very old. But it's very old, so it sounds like... So I actually found a recording of an actor reading this, and he has very strange, like 19th century style pronunciation. Let's find the modern English one. Whoops.
Half a league onward, all in the valley of death rode the 600.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun making that one on my computer. ChatGPT made Lord Tennyson for me. What do you think about his pronunciation, Alan? Does that sound like anything you've heard before?
No, it's completely different.
Because it's actually the same English. Actually, a few people today sound a little bit like this, but it's very old-fashioned. Do we have what we call the rolled R? Road. He doesn't say road like we say today. He says, I can't even do it. Road. Can you say that, Alan? That's more like Portuguese, isn't it? Road.
Arro.
Yeah, you can do it because you have it in your language. And you have it in your language as well, don't you, Vavara? Like that.
We have that in Spanish.
Yes.
Yeah, and in Portuguese as well, yes or no?
No.
Oh, not in Portuguese. Okay, just
No.
Spanish.
In Portuguese, we have some people that talk like that because they live in the border between.
Oh, okay. It's just one of the accents. Okay.
Yeah, it's one of the
Between
accents.
Brazil and
Argentina, Paraguay, Bolivia, Colombia.
I see. And you can do it, VT. Can you do it like Lord Tennyson? Road. Can you say that?
Road.
You find it difficult as well. Actually, like the Queen of England sometimes spoke a little bit like that. So this is kind of old style pronunciation. Sorry?
The thing is that I speak Russian and it's...
You have that in Russian, don't you? That R.
Yes.
Okay, so there we go. What happens next? What did I do on my PowerPoint? Can I even remember?
Maybe
maybe what?
Maybe it's the end.
No, not quite. Are you getting tired? I'll try and finish within the hour. Okay, this is a map. Anyone know what this strange map is?
What map? I don't see any map.
Oh, you're having that problem again. Let me try reload. Okay, and now?
No map.
Oh dear. Okay,
oh yes, I see.
Yeah, you've got some transmission delay.
Wait, I saw
okay,
it.
what is this map?
Wait, I just searched. It's gone.
Now?
Here. Yeah, yes, I see it.
What is this map? Do you know?
Oh, I don't know, but it says World English and it has a lot.
Yeah, Alan, do you know what this map is?
Maybe it's the Commonwealth.
Yeah, I think it's very similar to the Commonwealth. It's actually the British Empire which changed into the Commonwealth. So basically, Britain went to a lot of these countries a long time ago. And yeah, so a lot of words came into the English language from these different countries. For example, jungle, pajamas, shampoo, bungalow, and ketchup. Do you know which countries they came from? Can I remember? Jungle. Vavara, do you know which country this comes from? If I can even remember so if you look at this map, you've got like Canada, you've got India, you've got Australia, you've got African countries. Sorry, I'm not an expert. I can't remember which one's which. Jungle. Alan, can you guess which country jungle comes from?
Jungle, probably a country in the Africa continent. But I
You
don't
think
know.
it's from Africa?
Yes, I think.
Bad teacher. I spent so much time getting this ready, but I didn't write down which countries they came from. Oh, it comes from the language Sanskrit. Do you know which country that's from, Sanskrit?
No.
It's an Indian language. So yeah, the British were in India for many hundred years. Many Indian words have come into the English language. Ketchup. I remember ketchup. Alan, can you guess which language that might have come from?
Ketchup.
So the tomato sauce. Which country do you think it's from?
China.
Ketchup. The cat. Probably Africa too.
You think Africa? What did you say, VT?
China.
The internet says ketchup comes from the Hokkien Chinese word. It's from Chinese. So the British kind of the China wasn't in the British Empire, but Hong Kong was. So there was kind of lots of involvement
I'm
there,
right.
and they borrowed lots of words. So ketchup comes. You're right. Ketchup comes from Chinese. I guessed it would be American, but no, it's from Chinese. Let's try one more. I think I need to shampoo my hair. Who can guess which country shampoo comes from?
No idea.
Africa.
Which African country? Because there's lots and lots of countries. I found it. The language is Hindi. Does anyone know which country Hindi is from?
India.
Yeah, so there's loads and loads of English words which came from in different Indian languages. There we go. Okay, I think we've nearly finished now. Okay, now we're doing completely modern English, 2026 English. How has English changed in the last 200 years, Alan, between Lord Tennyson, 1854, and now in 2026?
The pronunciation for me, it sounds more smoothie.
More smooth.
More smooth. Yes, it's more smooth. It's not like so French, so Russia, or so Nordic. It's more smooth and unique, so has more identity. Because create something new and something that it's similar, like Portuguese and Spanish, but in some way I can say that is Spanish, that is Portuguese, so that is English, not French anymore. It's more proper.
Yeah, so the pronunciation has changed. Definitely nobody, very, very few people speak like that last man, Lord Tennyson. Maybe the Queen talked a tiny bit like him. I would say generally people speak in a more informal way. It's been happening for the last few decades especially. And obviously there's millions of different kinds of pronunciation. But even in England, the pronunciation has changed quite a lot since 200 years. But the language hasn't really. Especially when you see the written language, we can understand every single word from 150 years ago. What about vocabulary? What kind of new vocabulary have we gained in the last century? Vivara, what words have we added we did not have before?
What do you mean?
Okay, what kind of things do we have now in 2026 that we did not have in 1854 or whatever?
Oh, kind of GPT.
Yeah, we didn't even have that in 2004. Yeah, so basically lots of technology words have been added as new technology arrives. And then your generation, well, my generation, the computers, and your generation, VT, you've got even newer, this new crazy AI stuff. Yeah, good. So, and what about the terms of writing the language? How has that changed, Alan, in recent times?
The writing, some words like color, flower, they lost the U. Oh, I mean, in the American
are you talking about British spelling versus American spelling?
Yes.
Yeah, that's one of the things. Yeah. Also, what I meant specifically is the creation of writing. What's a recent development in writing books and writing poetry? What I meant is, so all of the writers before were people. Okay, we had the old poet who wrote Beowulf. Don't even know his name. We had Chaucer. We had Shakespeare. We had Tennyson. Do we need people to write books and poems in 2026?
Well,
Do you need a person? What were you talking about? ChatGPT. What did you? What can ChatGPT do?
yeah, I know. Just in the end, oh yes, understand. Yes.
Okay, so ChatGPT can make you lots of beautiful, cute pictures of cats. Also, it can write you poems and books. Okay, so our last writer today is not a human. I asked ChatGPT to make us a poem. And I said the title is "The Future Is Now." So let's see what ChatGPT created. Did anyone see this video? I put it on Hello Talk. Let's have a look at our last writer. And
The 600.
Algorithms dream.
Yeah, so I called this, I made a kind of avatar thing. I called this girl Luna, and the computer wrote this. I changed it like 3%. Okay. So this is English writing and language in 2026. Luna, can you read your poem for us?
Road the 600.
Algorithms dream and publish novels overnight. Neural nets compose our sonnets, training on yesterday's light. Digital classrooms with CPUs that calmly explain. Machines teach minds to think in loops, in data, loss, and gain. The future is now compiled, rearranged, and learning again.
There we go. So using completely modern 21st century vocab written by a machine. Alan, did you like the machine poem?
Yeah, I like.
Yeah, I guessed that they would be weird, but no. I mean, I've been using them a lot for work recently, and they are very high. They're just getting better and better. They're very clever. I changed like 1 or 2 words, mostly to make it easier for my students. What do you want to say, VT?
Well, I just want to say that yes, ChatGPT is getting better. Now it can make a photo into a fun video.
Yeah, to be honest, I'm not very good. My stuff is very basic, and the more money you pay, the better stuff you can get. But it made all those fun pictures of Vikings and Saxons. ChatGPT made them for me. It couldn't make me a video, though. I had to get 2 pictures. I had to get a picture of a woman like this, and then a picture like this. And then I moved her mouth up and down. Do you know all these special computer words, Vavara? These are new words which we didn't really use when I was very young. Do you know algorithm?
Yes, I have the same word in Russia.
Okay, so it is kind of an international word, isn't it? Is that an international word which you have in Portuguese also, Alan? Algorithm?
Yes.
I don't even know how to explain these modern computer words. Alan, can you explain what an algorithm is?
Yes. Algorithm is basically in a sequence of steps to do something.
Good,
that.
simple definition. Yeah, and we hear them all the time in the computers. And the YouTube algorithm is very famous. The algorithm decides which YouTube videos it decides to show you. And usually they're not my videos because, algorithm. CPU. I can't even remember what CPU is. Vavara, do you know what CPU is?
Maybe it means you Zoom like and other teaching classrooms like the things too.
Oh, you mean like a platform like that? I'm trying to remember.
Kind of pointers and.
I think it's not as specific as that. Alan, do you know what CPU is?
Yes, I know, but I will try to translate it from Portuguese to English. It's like a central processing unit.
Yeah, that's what the internet just told me. It says it's the main part of a processor. Yes, it executes instructions of a computer program. Okay, there we go. So that is everything. I think that was the end of the journey. So that's 15,000 years, and we did it in less than an hour. Obviously, there's loads and loads of stuff. That was just a quick introduction. Okay. So I don't think anyone had really heard Old English before. Alan, you'd never heard Old English before?
No, not like that.
Yeah.
Sometimes in the Lord of Rings and Downton Abbey, but not so old
That's
as you
not Old
have
English. That's
showed.
modern English. 200 years ago is what I say. They call it modern English, but we think it sounds weird, but it's the same language. But 1,000 years ago was a different language. When I
Mhm.
first heard it, I thought that's so weird, and I was very interested to find out how it had changed from that to this. So I did a lot of research, and yeah, it's fun to talk about it. Okay, let's just get that off. So VT, do you want to do a quick recap before we finish? What have we learned today? You don't like this part, do you? Is it difficult?
No, it's not difficult. Just it's the part when you're tired.
Okay, it's true. It's an hour. It's a long time. I know you're tired at the moment, but this is just the last bit. I can help you with all the slides. What have we done?
Okay, so we get the first slide. So we looked at the Old English poem and traveled through time to see how English changed.
Oh, that was a very quick summary. That's good. Yeah. So we looked at, what did we look at? All of the different people who did different things which affected the change. We did the Saxons coming over, then the Vikings coming over, then the Normans bringing their French, and then we saw the World English, which came from different countries that the British went to in the British Empire. And then we just looked at 5 different people speaking. And the last person wasn't even a person, it was a machine, because the machines now can write and create English. Okay, I think that's everything. So I'm going to have to say, I just put a question mark. Why did I put a question mark there, Alan, for the end? Do you know?
Because probably the language is always changing and will change in the future.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to stop changing it. The history shows us it doesn't stop changing. But since actually, for the last 500 years, it hasn't changed as much. We didn't actually talk about Caxton. Do you know about Caxton, Vavara or Alan?
No.
He's the person who invented the printing press. Okay, English stopped changing so much after this because with the printing press, he could distribute lots and lots of books. So English became kind of standardized. And so since then, 500 years ago, English has changed less. But it's still changed. And as we see with things like new technology, you need new words. Any predictions? Sorry, Vavara, you're going to fall asleep. Any predictions for the future? Alan or Vavara, how's English going to change in the future?
No, well, we are going to add a lot of kind of, maybe kind of like programs.
Okay. You mean talking about more technology words as technology changes?
Well, yes.
Okay, Alan, any other ideas? What might
Probably
happen?
social media and the young communication, because some words, even in the type in English, I cannot even understand. And even the natives, because their children have changed their language a lot.
You're talking about text speech and stuff like that.
Text speech, yes. Type.
Yeah, that stuff. Also, I think the future of English maybe belongs to you, Vivara, and Alan, maybe more than me. What I'm saying is it's becoming a world language now. So it's not like the English, the natives can keep control of it completely. And we're seeing developments as it kind of, what's the word? Blends with other language. You get varieties like, or you get Portuguese English, you get Chinese English, sometimes called Chinglish, you get Korean English called Konglish. Are there any special things about Portuguese English, for example?
Yes, like the words that we use to job. Job in English, we say job, but in Portuguese, jobbing.
Oh, really?
Facebook, but in here in Brazil, Facebook.
Okay, just a
E,
pronunciation thing. That sounds like Korean. They like adding little syllables as well.
yes.
Okay, I could see. Yeah, you're exhausted now, Vivara. Thanks very much for being my co-host. Thank you very much, Alan, for coming on.
Yes.
Both,
Thank
please come again.
you.
Vivara, get fully well, and yeah, see you in the future. I'll try and do another one next week. I think it's the Future Simple next week. I'll talk to my co-host VT, and we'll get everything ready for next time.
No, we
Thanks for
have.
everyone in the comments, Emma and stuff,
It's for future
Emma,
continuous.
etc. Yeah, future continuous. Okay, I'll play you out with this one. Okay, so over and out. Bye bye, Alan.
Bye bye.
I'll let you go if I can remember how to let you go. Oh, Alan's gone. Okay, VT, I'll let you go and see you next time.
Yes.
Okay, bye bye.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
There you go. Okay, I'll just play you out with my 5 characters who I invented, who I'm very pleased with. If I can remember how to do it.
And learning again.
Oh, no, not her again. Let's start from the beginning. So we had Godwin. Who are they? Godwin, the Anglo-Saxon. We also had Chaucer, the Middle English person. And then we had the other one. Shakespeare, the early modern English person, and then we had Tennyson, the properly modern English, and then 2026 we had the girl called Luna, speaking the specially machine-created poem. Okay, so I think I'll leave you with these people. Okay, bye bye everyone, over and out.
Denna in Jardahum. Feid kuningar thrym je frunon, utha edelingast ellen fremedon.
One that April with his short sword, the draught of March, hath pierced to the road, and bathed every vine in sweet liquor, of which virtue engendered is the flower.
To be or not to be, that is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles and by opposing end them. Today, to sleep.
Half a league, half a league, half a league onward, all in the valley of death rode the 600.
Algorithms dream and publish novels overnight. Neural nets compose our sonnets, training on yesterday's light. Digital classrooms with CPUs that calmly explain. Machines teach minds to think in loops, in data, loss, and gain. The future is now compiled, rearranged, and learning again.
Today